What's going on, slave tards? Today's video is about how idiotic space exploration is. Now, I've done these videos before and they don't seem to get that much traction, but it's something that I'm very passionate about because we live in a country that has $37 trillion in debt. We live in a country who can't fund Social Security, who has many citizens that can't afford health care, right? We live in a country that has a lot of problems that could be solved with money, yet we are still wasting money on space exploration. Not even a country. We have a planet that has critical problems like plastics in the ocean, right? What if we spent all the money that we spent on space exploration making sure that there's, a place to fill up your aluminum water bottle everywhere with filtered water, right? Like, why don't we getting rid of plastics, right? And figuring out how to stop cutting down trees and care about our planet more and, and actually invest in it. Instead, you get preached at in the news, in the media, and by everybody else about climate change and how you're doing all these things wrong. Yet Elon Musk is exploding, starships, blowing them up, like this right here.
Yeah, probably. I mean, even the other day when they... Whoa!
Whoa! What? That's not good.
No! Oh my God.
It appears there has been a
Ship
run.
36 just blew up. Ship 36 just blew up. It just blew up.
So about those launch dates, I think that may delay a bit as we've just experienced a run of Ship 36 prior to a planned static fire test at the Massey's test site in Starbase, Texas.
And that's not environmental friendly, but it's necessary somehow. And today in this video, I want to look at why is it necessary? And more to the point, why is it unnecessary for us to, explore space further? So, first of all, let's look at what we've done. We've gone to the moon, and supposedly in 1972 or 53 years ago, we were driving a dune buggy around on the moon. Well, here's a photo of it, or a video of it right here. Yeah, we were driving dune buggies around on the moon, but then for decades after that, the only thing we did was do useless experiments in Earth's atmosphere, protected by Earth's magnetic field, right? So we spent hundreds of billions of dollars on not exploring space at all, but staying in our atmosphere, protected by Earth's magnetic field, orbiting the Earth in the thermosphere, protected by Earth, doing experiments that had no validity for deep space, right? So the latest thing we hear about is that we're going to put a nuclear reactor on the moon because it's so important for us to go to the moon and go to Mars and establish a power source and be the first, because there could be no-go zones if China and the Soviets do it first. And my question is, why is it important at all, right? They're worried. This clip here, watch this clip real quick about them talking about how, we got to get there first.
We take you now to the moon, where the Trump administration has a new plan to build a nuclear reactor.
The space race is back, and this time it's nuclear.
Get off the nuclear warhead.
But not like that. Acting NASA Administrator Sean Duffy is set to announce the agency is fast-tracking plans to build a nuclear reactor on the moon. Documents obtained by Politico reveal NASA will solicit proposals for a 100-kilowatt nuclear reactor that would launch to the lunar surface by 2030.
And we're going back to the moon in order to learn to live, to work, to survive.
NASA has made returning to the moon and establishing a lasting human presence there a top priority. Power is key to building bases, supporting crews, and staying long term. And with 14 days of darkness on the moon each month, solar power won't cut it. So the race is on to be the first to bring power to the moon. The directive warning, if other countries manage to build a reactor first, they could declare a keep-out zone, which would significantly inhibit the United States. China and Russia currently have a joint plan to bring a reactor to the moon by 2035. A senior NASA official saying it is about winning the second space race. The UK is already working on its own lunar reactor, partnering with Rolls-Royce to build a miniaturized system that could support humans on the moon.
It's a very small reactor that we can absolutely launch into space, so it's about the size of a car, and it allows us to give continuous energy and electricity. When you've got the sun, you can use solar, but if you want to explore the dark side of the moon and go around the other side, actually you're going to need something else, so the nuclear power allows you to do that.
Whoa!
Whoa!
What? That's not good.
No!
NASA is looking to get industry input on its reactor plan in the coming weeks.
We got to get there first. Do we really got to get there first, right? If we had to get there first, then why have we done nothing in 53 years? If it was so important for us to establish a base and, put power on the moon, how come we didn't do it in 1972 when we were successfully driving dune buggies around on it? Why wasn't it important then, but it's so important now when we have more information about our solar system and space than we ever have? Excuse me. We know now without a shadow of a doubt that there is no habitable planet in our solar system, right? We know that there is nowhere even close to us that can sustain life. We know Mars is not habitable and has planetary, sandstorms or, superstorms that cover the planet for months or years at a time. And it's not habitable by humans. And not only that, it's 1,000 times farther than the moon, and we couldn't even go back to the moon in the last 53 years. Yet every single year, every single decade, we're going back to the moon. I hear it all the time. George W. Bush, right? George W. Bush said we were going back, right? The new moon program called Artemis was supposed to go there in 2024. It's 2025. We're not even close. We're supposed to fly by it next year, but I'll believe it when I see it, right? We're absolutely doing nothing at a time where we have trillions and trillions of dollars in debt. Trump comes out and says he wants to put a nuclear reactor on the moon by 2030. And they're saying that it is absolutely necessary and it's critical for us to do so that we can go and establish a base on the moon and, somewhere down the line do it on Mars. And I'm just thinking, why? Why? What a waste of human effort. What a waste of time, right? It would be like saying, we know it's impossible to hold your breath and swim to the, bottom of the ocean, yet we're going to spend hundreds of billions of dollars, maybe even trillions of dollars to try to do it. It's dumb. It is dumb, right? There is no need for it. What there is a need in this country for is health care, right? Affordable health care. What there is a need for in this country is to figure out how we pay back the trillions of dollars of debt so that we're not burdened by trillions of dollars a year in interest therefore guaranteeing perpetual inflation for our citizens. Yet somehow, every year, we keep funneling billions of dollars to a space program who does nothing for humanity and will never do anything for humanity. It's basically a boondoggle, right? Now, if you want to be Jeff Bezos and a billionaire or Elon Musk and do it on your own, more power to you. But I don't want $1 of my taxpayer money going to a complete boondoggle trying to establish a base or going to in uninhabitable planets, right? We know Star Trek's never happening. We don't know of a habitable place ever discovered, ever. You know, they've seen like planets way off. They're like, oh, that maybe could sustain life, but it's, 100 million light years away. Come on, man. Come on. Right? It's so irritating to me. And that's my video tonight. Peace.